Welcome, WolfTheWolfettes, to the brilliant Immortals Fenyx Rising on the PlayStation 5, and we're going to be playing through this game on hard difficulty, and I hope you guys and girls are having an absolutely fantastic day, and if you're not, go and get yourself a cup of tea and you will feel much better. Now, I've played about 10 hours of this game so far. I've finished the prologue and I've done a good portion of the first area, and from what I've played so far, this game has well and truly exceeded my expectations. When I first saw the trailer for this game a couple of years ago, when the game was still named Gods and Monsters, I was expecting an average game and I thought it was going to be a smaller title, similar to Valiant Hearts or Child of Light. But this is actually a very big meaty game. If you do everything in this game, complete all the content, platinum the game, play on a higher difficulty, I reckon you could probably spend about 60 hours in this game, maybe more if you spend some time looking at the scenery, taking pictures in photo mode. There is a lot of content in this game. I was well and truly surprised. I thought this was going to be a tiny game, but yeah, I've played about 10 hours so far, and from what I've played, it's been amazing. There's a couple of bits that are a little bit repetitive. Some of the narrations from Prometheus and Zeus can annoy the hell out of you at times, but other than that, this game is brilliant. If you haven't bought this yet, I recommend it 1000%. It's just good fun, and that's the most important thing when you play a video game, that it is fun. And this game is very fun. But let's get straight into it. New game. Starting a new game will overwrite the current autosave. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. Right, we're going to be playing on hard difficulty. You enjoy a good story but prefer a greater challenge. This is meant for players with experience playing action-adventure games. Enemy difficulty, tough. Health regeneration, only current chunk. Yeah, so you've got a health bar in this game and it's divided up into chunks. And on this difficulty, only one chunk will regenerate. If you want to get a full health bar, you're going to have to drink a potion or eat a bunch of pomegranates. Stamina regeneration, default. Full damage, default. Myth challenge assistance, no assistance, slightly reduced timers. I think that's just assistance during puzzles and things like that, because there is a lot of puzzles in this game. Normally I'm not a fan of puzzles, but this game has done them pretty well, and so far, touch wood, I've not had any problem doing the puzzles. I'm sure that will change when I'm recording on YouTube though, because commentating and doing a puzzle could be a nightmare sometimes. But yeah, we're going to be playing on hard difficulty, so let's get straight into it. Sorry for talking so much.
Wisest Athena, mighty Poseidon, the Earth Shaker, zealous Artemis, with her deadly aim set to pierce even the heart of a hummingbird, painted pigs, all of them. I see you there. Come closer.
Help me! Someone help! Someone!
None of this is your fault. You're the victim. All the mortals are, made in the born workshop of fools, jagged reflections from a broken mirror. Behold your god! This one killed 6 innocent children to satisfy her rage. They squabble, burn with jealousy, cheat, fight and murder. They're cruel, vindictive and selfish. And, like the heel of Achilles, these weaknesses will be their undoing. I have no such flaws. The rest have fallen. Only one stands between me and the rehabilitation of Olympus. Only the foulest, most arrogant, narrow-minded coxer son of Kronos who trapped me beneath the earth. The one and only Zeus!
How I've missed you, Prometheus, my favorite cousin.
You chained me to this rock and fed my liver to an eagle.
Out of love.
Aha. You need my help. Typhon is free.
You once fought beside his allies, the Titans. Convince him to stand down.
It's not that simple. He is even blocking my ability to glimpse the future. I cannot see past him. Go on. Blast me.
I can't! He took my lightning! He took everything! Even the other gods are missing!
Look to the mortals.
That's done! Those evil, imbecilic, tasteless parasites were all turned to stone!
One of those evil parasites is about to save your royal ass.
My ass is safely lodged in the Aegean stables, and mortals will never be anything but a mistake!
Care to make a wager? If I'm right, my sin of stealing fire and ensuring their survival becomes a blessing.
You find your punishment unjust?
It's a little... extreme. Do we have a deal?
If you win, I'll end your punishment and set you free. But if I win, you help me stop Typhon, whatever it takes.
Very well. Let the tale of Phoenix be my redemption!
Oh no, not one of your stories. How long is this going to...
At dawn, the sun rose on the few remaining survivors. The lowest ranked among them, a shield bearer, who dreamt of battle, but had seen nary a
Wait,
skirmish.
don't tell me.
Okay, right, so first things first, we need to make our character. Now, if you're one of those people that really loves making a very intricate, amazing looking character, you're not really going to like this character customization very much, this character creation I should say, because there is very limited options. But after looking around a little bit in the character creation, I've noticed that you can actually make a character that looks to me just like that kid in Shrek 2. I think it's Shrek 2, you know that kid, I think it's King Arthur, ain't it? I think it's Shrek 2, that little kid that Shrek needs to take to the throne. I'm pretty sure it's King Arthur. But you can make a character that looks exactly the same as him. So I think what we'll do, we'll try to make King Arthur. If that goes wrong, then maybe I'll try to make myself. And if that goes wrong, then maybe we'll make the Hulk from Avengers or something like that. Because I'm pretty sure you can change your skin colour to green. But let's have a look what the options are then. So obviously you can be a lady if you want to, but I'm going to be playing as a dude. Changing body type reverts the character to default state. Yep. Lovely. So we're going to be a dude. Now, one thing I will say, it's very hard to make like a proper rough looking Viking kind of character. All of the character options in this game for the men make you look very I can't even think of what the word would be. Feminine, I suppose. You don't look very tough. You don't look very tough as a bloke in this game. But I'm going to try my best to make him look like King Arthur from Shrek 2. So I think he's like... I can't remember what he looks like. I know his hairstyle is exactly the same as one of the options in this game. We're going to pick that one. That's probably the most balanced of the pinks. Right. And then we're going to come onto the faces. There's not too many options with the faces, as you can see. Pretty much, I think it's like white, then probably black. That's probably Asian. I'm not sure what that one would be. I guess that's just another option. But these three sort of just change your race, really. This one is just a random one. What one looks the most like King Arthur from Shrek 2? I just think it's going to be funny creating him. Is that, oh, eye colour. I don't know what the colour of the eyes are of King Arthur, so I'm just going to go with my eye colour, green. Yep, that pretty much looks like my eyes. What do you think, WolfTheWolf? That's how my eyes look, ain't it? I don't know if you know if you can see my eyes. I'm not going to get too close to the camera, I might scare you all. Hairstyle. Ah, here it is. Where is it? Yeah, this one right here, look. Doesn't this look like King Arthur from Shrek 2? If I'm remembering it correctly, this looks exactly the same as King Arthur from Shrek 2. What colour is his hair? Is his hair blonde, ain't it? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's what King Arthur looks like in Shrek 2. Or am I thinking of Prince Charming? I can't even remember. It's either Shrek 2 or Shrek 3. I know Prince Charming is in Shrek 2. I don't even know why I'm talking about Shrek so much. When I started making my character for the first time off camera, I went through all the options, and this one just reminded me of someone from Shrek. And it was either Prince Charming or King Arthur. I think it was King Arthur. We're going to leave him as blonde then. But yeah, as you can see, there's not many hairstyles. If you've connected to Ubisoft Connect, which used to be the Uplay thing, there is a couple of extra hairstyles you can download for like some coins or something that you earn from playing Ubisoft games, but I've not downloaded them, and there's only like 3 options anyway, and they're not very good. They're basically the same as like these ones. Right, here we go. Face paint or facial features. As we're playing as King Arthur from Shrek 2, I don't think he really has any like scars or anything on his face. He's like very fresh, ain't he? He hasn't seen much battle, King Arthur. And also Fenyx has got the same story as King Arthur, because King Arthur's in school and he's being bullied by those goons, ain't he, in Shrek? And Fenyx is just I think he's like a storyteller. I don't think he's ever been in any battles. He's probably been around battles, but I don't think he's been in any battles, Fenyx. We'll just leave it with the plain face. I'm going to have to change the colour of my eyebrows because they're looking weird. But will they look weird as blonde eyebrows? Oh my god. Oh dear, we might have to make them like brown. How about a light brown? Because you can have light brown hair and blonde hair, can't you? When I was first born, my hair was like a blondie brown. Hey, there we go. The light brown suits pretty well, doesn't it? I'm going to have to get rid of that scar on his eyebrow because we're playing as a very, very fresh King Arthur. Oh, there we go. Look at him. He doesn't even look like an adult. He's like a young child with a very squared chin. He's got a very good jawline, but he looks like, I don't know, he looks like he's 15 or something. Alright. And a beard. Well, King Arthur doesn't have a beard in Shrek, does he? I don't think he does. Yeah. And look at the beard. The beards in this game are dodgy. They don't even look like they're part of your face. They look like you've just put on one of those fancy dress beards. Look at this, look. This one ain't too bad, but look at this one. Which one is it? This one. This one looks hilarious. Look at that. It doesn't even look like a proper bloody beard, does it? It looks like he's literally just picked up a fancy dress beard and stuck it on his face, even if I change the colour of it.
A blonde beard.
And so look, it's just how it connects to like his head. It's just weird, like this part right here and how it looks under his nose. But we're not going to have a beard anyway. Yeah, we're going to look like this. Oh yes. Oh yes, we look like we look like a pop singer, don't we? We're like a Backstreet Boy or something. We look like that dude from Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter, ain't it? He's the blonde one, ain't he? Oh damn. Oh lovely. I'm spending too much time creating my character, I do apologise. Right, but that's pretty much all of the options. And then you've got a man voice and a woman voice. There ain't any other options, I don't think.
Storm, wake up!
That's the man, ain't it?
Storm, wake up.
Yeah, and that's the lady, okay. Hopefully I'm hearing that correctly. Got the TV very quiet. Alright, there we go. Lovely. Let's get straight into it now.
There! I see him clear as day.
The lowest ranked among them, a shield bearer who dreamt of battle, but had seen nary a skirmish. A teller of tales, not a doer of deeds. Fenyx.
What a name! Phoenix! Sounds like the sound a dumb bird makes when it lights itself on fire, which would be ridiculous. Although, I should write that down.
Washed up on an unknown shore, Fenyx awoke.
Lukagos! Captain! Can anyone hear me? Looks like the only way off this beach is up that cliff.
Jesus, I really do look like Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys, don't I? To be honest, I actually prefer how this character looks compared to the one I made off camera for my own playthrough. In that playthrough, I tried to make me, and it didn't go very well, and there was no spiky hair options or anything, so I couldn't really make me very well, so it ended up looking really, really naff. So yeah, pretty much the story in this game, the Titan Typhon has returned, and he wants to defeat Zeus. Zeus is the only remaining god now. The rest of the gods, I think Typhon has either destroyed them or he's kidnapped them and he's trapped them somewhere. And all of the mortals, aka us guys, they've all been turned to stone. So Fenyx is pretty much one of the only living or uncaptive people on the planet right now that can save the day, defeat Typhon. And then obviously Zeus and Prometheus have made a bet that if Fenyx does save the day and defeat Typhon, then Zeus will release Prometheus, and then if I fail and I get absolutely annihilated, which is very likely, then Prometheus has to help Zeus defeat Typhon, which probably won't go very well because Typhon looks like quite the badass, doesn't he? But yeah, let's get straight into it then. So, at the moment, this video, pretty much the entirety of this video and the next couple of videos, we're going to be doing stuff on this island right here, the Clashing Rocks. This is pretty much the prologue area. This is where you're going to get many of your little gadgets and things. This is where you're going to learn about the gameplay, how the little things work like chests, all the different things you can pick up and use for potions and all that kind of stuff. And then once you leave this island, that's when you enter the mainland, and that's when the game really opens up and you can go in any direction that you want, because we are going to be focusing on rescuing 4 gods in this game, and those 4 gods are going to be helping you to defeat Typhon. So once you leave the prologue island, you can go to this area, this area, this area, or this area, and rescue one of 4 gods, and then that's pretty much when the game really opens up and becomes even more enjoyable. But for now, we're just going to have to deal with Zeus and Prometheus talking a ton, more than me actually. The game doesn't take itself very seriously, as you've already probably heard from the narration. They really take a light-hearted approach with this game, but I'm going to tell you right now, Prometheus and Zeus love to tell jokes, and a lot of the time they fall flat. You're going to spend a lot of time in this game nose breathing, just going so much in this game, because the jokes they tell always fall flat. But yeah, a lot of people have been comparing this game to Breath of the Wild. Now, I've never played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, so I don't know how accurate that analysis is. But if you've played Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, let me know in the comments if you think this is similar to that game. But I've never played it, so I'm not sure. But I've seen a few people compare it to that. But for what I've played so far, like I said, I think this is a great game. I nearly fell to my death then.
Fenyx saw his captain and fellow soldiers in the distance. Through a trick of the light, he could almost see them waving and calling to him.
Fenyx! Again! You may not be your brother Ligiron, but I will make something of you yet.
Hold my shield. Try not to drop it this time.
I didn't see you there.
Don't let them get to you. They're just jealous. It's not often someone has a brother like yours.
Lukagos! Lukagos, can you hear me? You've gone cold. What magic is this? Ligiron! Where are you, brother?
Unarmed and lost, Fenyx was vulnerable.
I have to be calm. I have to follow my training.
I don't know how much training you've had, Fenyx. As far as I know, you were just a shield bearer. I don't know how much training you've had, and you like to tell stories, but hopefully you've had a lot of training, mate, because this is a Greek mythology game, so there's going to be things like Cyclops, Minotaur. As you can see from people being turned to stone, there's a good chance there's going to be a bloody Medusa somewhere, or at least a bunch of Gorgons. So I hope you have had a bit of training, mate, otherwise we're going to get our asses handed to us. And I also made the terrible choice of putting the game on hard difficulty, so you better be ready for it, Nick Carter. You better be ready for it, mate. I hope you've had a lot of training. I hope you're just being
Another
modest.
sword! No!
Oh, great. Oh, here we go. Time to be depressed, ain't it? Time for some sadness.
Ligiron! Brother! You've always been my hero, my North Star. I will bring you back. I swear it.
Phoenix had never been allowed to hold the hallowed sword. A gift from Achilles for bravery in battle. It balanced perfectly in his palm, as if forged for it.
Achilles' sword? Huh? Brother must have been good in battle.
Is something wrong with your voice?
I never got a sword. Just saying.
Phoenix looked up. He was not alone.
By the gods! Stay back!
He readied his sword.
Alright,
His
so
first
the
leap.
combat in this game is very similar to many other games. You can dodge with square. I think you can do 3 dodges before you need like a little break. You can upgrade it later in the game where you can dodge more. You can also parry with L1 and R1, and there are some attacks that you cannot parry. I think when the enemies glow red, you cannot parry that attack, so you need to get your ass out of dodge before you take an insane amount of damage. And I think that's about it for the combat. You can press R3 to lock onto the target, and there's many other abilities and stuff that you can unlock later on in the game. But yeah, let's kill these guys. I bet they're feeling a little bit sick at the moment, ain't they? Me just running around in circles. But I'm not very good at parrying, so you'll probably see, as you just saw then, that I'll spend most of this playthrough dodging. Parrying is very, very good, and for some enemies it is actually a godsend, because parrying can really fill up their stun bar, and once you fill up their stun bar, they become immobilized for quite a long time, some of them, and you can absolutely kick the shit out of them. So it is good to parry in this game. Dodging as well is good, throwing stuff at them is good, but parrying is sometimes the best option, and I'm just really bad at it. I'm very good at dodging, as you probably just saw again, but if you dodge at the last minute, then obviously you can slow down time and kick their ass a bit more. I just took a bit of unnecessary damage then, but as you can see, I've got 4 health chunks.
I should be able to survey the land from up there.
But yeah, as you can see, I've got 4 health chunks, and that 1 chunk then regenerated. But if I had taken 2 chunks of damage, because we're playing on hard mode, I think it's the same in normal, maybe easy as well, only 1 chunk would fill up, and then we would need to find something to eat to heal ourselves to full health. But yeah, pretty much in this game, you've got 4 different materials that you're going to be looking for to create potions. You're going to find pomegranates, which you could eat, and they will heal you, but they will only heal you a teeny bit, so you'll have to eat quite a lot of pomegranates if you want to get yourself to full health. But then you can turn them into potions that will give you even more additional health instead. Then you've got mushrooms, which you will consume to fill up your stamina bar, and your stamina bar is very important in this game, especially for things like climbing and flying and stuff.
Statue of Hermes I've ever seen. I wonder who built it.
Besieged by challenge, totally alone, this young hero was determined to save his fellow soldiers and brother.
Boring! Can we skip this part?
No, this is important for the sense of atmosphere.
But yeah, you eat the mushrooms and they will give you a little teeny tiny bit of stamina, and then you can turn the mushrooms into stamina potions, and then they will give you even more stamina. Then you collect something called Olympian figs, I think they are called, and they're like a purple sort of like a purple plant. With those you can make attack buff potions that will increase the damage that you deal. And then you've got these like yellow flowers that you can find, and you can use those to make guardian potions, and they will increase your maximum armor, so you'll take like 50% less damage and stuff like that.
Hermes,
And
my
then
old friend. It's an honor to finally meet you in person. Just don't tell anyone I'm speaking to you. I got in enough trouble for memorizing stories instead of tilling the soil back at home. And then the other soldiers? Well, they really don't appreciate a good story.
Lovely. And then you can find like amber and stuff in this game, normally from trees. I think you might get some from chests maybe, but normally it comes from trees. If you see a tree in this game that's glowing yellow, make sure you cut it down. And also if a tree isn't glowing yellow, cut it down anyway, because you might find amber inside it. And that amber, you can use that to upgrade your potions. So your health potions and stamina potions will do additional things like give you even more health with just one potion. You can also use it to increase the effects of your attack and guardian potions. Like your attack potion might do something like extra stun whilst it's active. It might do stuff on the guardian potions where every time you get hit they take some damage. So you want to find amber to upgrade your potions. And then there's other materials in this game that you're going to use to upgrade your weapons, your armor, how many potions you can be holding. Then you're going to find other things like coins that you can use to purchase different abilities and also upgrade those abilities and your different perks and stuff like that. There's a lot of things to collect in this game. It will all make sense probably within the next 5 or so videos. Once we reach the mainland and we go to the Hall of the Gods, which probably won't be for a couple of videos, that's when everything will make sense and I'll be able to explain what everything does. And that right over there, that is ambrosia, and that is what you're going to use to collect to increase your maximum health. I think it's called ambrosia. Yep.
What is this? It smells like honey, and the first day of spring, and my first kiss, all rolled into one.
Phoenix got into the ambrosia too? Prometheus!
You worried, Zeus, about losing this bet?
Please, he can't use it anyway.
Yet.
Yeah, that's true. I can't bloody use it yet. Did he just say that it smelt like his first kiss? Well, I don't know if that's a good thing. I mean, I suppose it would be. I suppose your first kiss will be with a lady covered in perfume, so, you know. I mean, I don't know. I reckon Nick Carter has probably kissed a lot of ladies in his time, so, you know, I'm sure they smell delicious. Lovely. Right, so we're going to get on the top of the statue of Hermes, who is the messenger god, I think it said. You probably remember him from God of War. I think he was in God of War, wasn't he? But up on this statue, we need to survey the land. Now, you need to press R3 to use Farsight in this game. It's best to do it up on high places like this, but you can do it at any point in this game. And with Farsight, you can pretty much mark everything in the area, like chests, little additional challenges, Tartarus dungeons, all that kind of stuff. But you could do it anywhere in the game, wherever you want, but it's best to do it somewhere high up, because then you can sort of see the land a bit better. And if you see those little glowing light stripes, there's normally something there. So look instantly at those and mark it on your map with Farsight.
Phoenix's destiny was becoming clear.
So far, all you have shown me is a mortal soldier who has fought one real battle, and Typhon grows stronger by the hour. Don't toy with me, Prometheus.
I swear to you that soldier shall be our salvation. For if he fails, and Typhon defeats us, Zeus, king of gods, the world will fall to chaos.
A temple of Apollo. If it has an oracle or a seer, they could help me undo this curse. A griffin? But they aren't real. Let me go! Help! Hey! I'll save you! I'm coming! I need to find a way to reach that rift.
I mean, you've barely ever held a sword in your life, mate, and you think you're going to go and fight a bloody Gryffindor. Well done. Well done. A Griffin, whatever. Gryffindor, Griffin. Right, so this is Farsight. So with this, you can mark all of the things on the map. So this is where we need to go. This is one of the dungeons of Tartarus, or whatever it's called. Vault of Tartarus revealed. But there's many, many, many of these spread out across the world. I think there's like 50 of them or something like that. And when you go into these, you've got to do a bunch of puzzles and stuff and fight enemies and stuff like that. Depending on the difficulty, there'll be more difficult enemies and stuff, but there's normally a chest in there for you to find as well with gear. But I don't really like these Rifts of Tartarus. They're fun to do, but they're very repetitive because they all look exactly the same. That's one thing I'm not a fan of. That's probably one of the few things that kind of bothers me a little bit in this game. But if you just look around on the map, you can mark things with R2. One thing I will say though, on the PS5 with the DualSense controller, when you get close to marking something, the R2 button goes absolutely insane. It like proper like vibrates in a weird way. It does this like very weird clicking thing. But if you look at all these little lights, you can sort of see. You see there's like little stripes of light. If you go near them, there's normally something to mark. But you could do this at any point in the game. You don't have to be somewhere high up or anything like that. You can mark whatever you want, whenever you want. But I'll mark up a few things. I'm not going to mark up too many things because this will be boring. I might probably do this off camera. But you do want to mark as much as you can because if you're playing on a higher difficulty, you're going to want to do all of these extra challenges and stuff. Because opening the chests means you get more materials and that, so you can upgrade your armor and your weapons so you don't die as much. And obviously if you go exploring in the forest and that and you find lots of amber and things, you can make your potions even better. And then you just want to travel around collecting things like pomegranates and that, so you've got lots of supplies for potions and that. So you do want to explore in this game, and you don't just want to blast through the main story, because I reckon you will be caught with your pants down if you do that. It says there's something here, but it's not coming up. There we go. Oh, it's right with the chest, that's why. Alright. This is a giant loot. This is where you're gonna find little mini loots. I think they're called loots, aren't they? You're gonna find little mini loots throughout this game. And they're going to play a little song for you, and you need to memorize which string plays in which order, and then you need to come back to the giant loot and you need to play it, and you'll be rewarded with coins, and you can use those coins, like I said, to get new powers and new skills and stuff like that. But you don't have to worry about memorizing it too much, because I think you can fast travel to the loot. So if you just fast travel, I'm sure you'll be fine. Or just take your phone out and just record the mini loot so you can memorize it that way. I'm sure there's videos on YouTube showing all the answers as well. Right, I'll mark up a few more and then I'll carry on. I'll probably head over to the Rift of Tartarus, and we'll probably get that done maybe in the next video. It shouldn't take too long though, it's a very quick one. But yeah, like I said, this is pretty much Prologue Island. This is Tutorial Island. Not much really goes on this island. It's just unlocking all of your abilities, learning how the game works and all that good stuff. Constellation Challenge. Constellation Challenges, they take a while to do, but they're very worth doing because you get rewarded with quite a lot of coins. And like I said, you use coins to get really cool skills and that. So it's definitely worth doing. It's a bit of a pain in the butt to mark things, I will say that. Alright. I've actually been recording longer than 30 minutes now, so I better end this video, otherwise I ain't going to get it on YouTube today. Clashing Rocks. There you go. So as you can see, lots of icons have now appeared on the map. These little white icons, they're just random pictures that people have taken. As you can see, there was not much thought put into that picture, was there? They probably took that picture just to get the trophy. Should we give it a like anyway? Yeah, let's give it a like, because we are a nice guy. We are a nice guy. It wasn't a very good picture, but we'll give it a like anyway.
How to get
Okay.
down? The pond.
Right, let me jump off then, Assassin's Creed style. This has got to be like a little Assassin's Creed reference, ain't it? Like a little Assassin's Creed Easter egg. Too bad there isn't a hay bale to jump into. Do you even do that in Assassin's Creed anymore? I can't really remember. I don't think you've done that in Origins or Odyssey.
Every step. Its weight a reminder of the heavy responsibility.
You gave him your blade? Oh, Achilles.
I meant to ask, why exactly would you expect to receive a sword from Achilles?
Oh, as an offering. Just a routine offering from someone who gazed into your eyes and told you you were special. That's all. I left a rose on his breastplate. Got something in my eye. Keep going.
Alright. We can't actually do it at the moment because we haven't unlocked our axe yet. But this right here, this is what I'm talking about. If you see trees like this, make sure you cut them in half because there's going to be amber inside them. And as you can see over there, there is a basket of pomegranates. You can find pomegranates inside the city, around like little towns and stuff, or by statues like this, or you can find them in trees out in the forests and that. Mushrooms are normally in like rocky areas and stuff like that. You can find them like on mountains and just by like rocky terrain and stuff like that. The figs, the purple flower, I think it's called Olympian figs. I don't know where you really find those. They just seem to be dotted all over the place. They just seem to be a little bit inconsistent. And then you've got the yellow flowers, which you'll use to make guardian potions. And you normally find those near the ocean and around ponds and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to have to end the video now, WolfTheWolf. I'm doing this playthrough in 30 FPS, 4K 30 FPS, purely because YouTube is taking an absolute ton of time to process my 4K 60 FPS videos at the moment. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, so I've decided to go with 30 FPS for this playthrough just because it might make YouTube move their arse a little bit. So yeah, this is going to be a 30 FPS playthrough, but we're playing in the more beautiful mode, so the video should look a lot more beautiful anyway, especially when we get to the first main area once we're done with the prologue. But yeah, thanks for watching, WolfTheWolf. Hopefully you've enjoyed this first episode of Immortals Fenyx Rising. The game will probably pick up a lot more pace when we get to maybe episode 6 or so, because this prologue island does go on for a couple of hours. There is a few things we need to do, but once we get to the mainland, that's when the game really opens up, and that's when you'll really start having a lot of fun with this game. The prologue is fine too, but it's just a lot more fun when you're a bit more free. And also Zeus and Prometheus don't speak as much when you get to the mainland, so that's a perk as well. They won't stop narrating on this bloody prologue island. They're worse than me. I thought I spoke too much. But yeah, thanks for watching, WolfTheWolf. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, share, and join the pack today.